Hello? Maybe. I think we're good. Hello? Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back to you. Hello. Internet is back. We did it. What a way to start today, huh? All right. Hello. Well, we are low on time, so I'm just gonna start. I don't know. Whatever. We're out of time. That killed like a whole VOD of you and a half. So, what a day. Hello everybody, welcome back. My internet just crashed, so we're doing this again. I apologize, but today we have a platinum Iron Fist. They say they play Iron Fist and Namor in comp. Apparently they're good into the Big Red Lizard, which is giving me a problem. Okay, I feel like I'm doing well, but sometimes I don't feel like I get my value in. I feel like I play too passively. My deaths in comparison to my team is usually a pretty decently large gap, which feels like I'm just playing like a wuss. I'm also unsure when is a good time to ult. And thank you for the content. All right, so much. Sorry. Again, I already did this, so I'm sorry. But okay, we're gonna get into it. Talking about your ults, especially on DPS, you really have to feel the flow of the game and then understand what your ult can do to change that flow. Okay? So, having less deaths is not necessarily a bad thing. I think that's something that I do really well. It just depends when your deaths are. Here we go in before the Penny can set up. We're able to track her down and get the kill. That's great. Here, I said, I don't like your full disengage here. What I want you to add in is these like half disengages. I would have preferred if you go over here, waited for the wall to go up, and then use the spaceship for cover instead of full disengaging. But it is time to back up at least a little bit. And then see if we were sitting here, we could actually just start our heal and then be able to go in quicker. A bit faster, but that's okay. Now we're in again. Unfortunate that the kick misses here, and then from here we saw that like your health isn't going down, but you're still backing out, which I understand we're being a little bit, you know, careful because you can't just randomly die on Iron Fist. But at the same time, the way you abuse this is if your health isn't going down, you just sit behind people, right here, because you'll see it's either before this or in a second you start attacking people. Your health isn't going down, but you're standing in front of people, right? I think it's after you kill the Iron Man. Get the kill. Nice job. Your health still isn't going down. We're tagging the Gambit. Like, that's where you want to be. It's right here. We get on the front side of them. You will really want to position yourself behind them. That helps so much. Okay. Very nice. Then we get the kill on the dino. Everything is good. Maybe even... So, if you don't know, for Cloak, just in case you don't know, whenever she goes invisible, circle will follow her. So you can kind of barely see the outline right here. And she should be right over there. Right in that area. So, try to find that. It takes some getting used to. Once you get used to it, it's not terribly hard. This map is a little bit more difficult. Also, are my settings wrong? Okay, no, we're good. Off. Try that. For some reason, the lighting looks weird. Yeah, you're a bit too far out, but you make it out in time, so it's all right. What's the plan here? This is very strange, but okay. Okay. I don't mind getting out here. I think that's fine. Going for the health pack is great. You respected your health, which is good. Okay, now there's a gambit right there. Okay, so here's the thing with Dino. Dino has the Mauga effect of being a huge threat and a giant hitbox. And so everybody's like, shoot the Dino. But in reality, don't shoot the Dino. The Dino's almost invincible. There are very few characters who need to do it. You only want to be shooting the Dino if that's your only option. Here we have a Gambit over here who's half health. We have a Bucky over here who we can attack. We have a Thing who's way more likely to die than the Dino. And then we have 2 more squishies, right? So you don't want to deal with the Dino directly unless it's for a specific purpose, right? If Dino's on your supports and they're like, hey, we need help, this Dino is not peeling, like this Dino is just all over us, then you can try to take some aggro away. But like in general, you just want to fight on different sides. Yeah, once you cut off Dino's supply, he just blows up. It works here, so as long as it works, go for it. But what's going to end up happening is he's just going to be that bullet sponge. Dino can take it, you know? Here's something really, really useful. If you're doing one-on-ones for any class, right? DPS, support, tank, anything like that. Whenever you're doing a 1v1, you want to put yourself in between them and the health pack, right? So you steal the health pack first. That's the most important thing. Then you kill them. Which they do a good job of here, but they were already low enough to begin with, so. Oh, really? I've had that happen, I think, twice. What's up, Chaotism? How's it going? Nice. You cut him off. Good. Now he's isolated. Let him go. Go do other things. Chill up here.
Here comes trouble.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay. Yeah. Good job making it out, but now you're wasting time, right? You could have been attacking. Here, I agree with your choice not to ult. If they touch point, you gotta ult. All right, ult. There you go. Perfect. Yep, just melt the penny. I would go for the support. There's a brother. Okay, you get the kill, then you get the support. That's fine. Get her done, and you clean up. Good. That's a great first round. Nothing terrible. I don't think they. Yeah. Nice job. All right. Where does this go bad? Win rate this season is awful. Haven't you been playing Dino and like other characters you've never played before? I don't think I've even finished my placements on my main. Where do I submit VOD reviews? In the Discord. So exclamation point Discord, and then it's on the bottom. All right, yeah. So this is a pathing problem. Okay. So as Iron Fist, you have to find a way to get in, right? In general, you want to attack from the side or behind, right? That's the ideal, because he's still kind of squishy. Yes, you can kind of front line, but you have to do it from above and to the side and not directly front on like a Bucky or an actual tank. So the pathing on this map, you can either go right away, right? So when you spawn, you can go right away, use your kick, use your B-hops, use your wall climbing, because I could be wrong about this, but I believe when you're wall running, you're a little bit faster. You can either go right away, go all the way around this way, right? And then attack from the angle here. You can wall run like this, drop down. So now you're hitting from the side and from above. Then, or you can come this way, right? Come around this way and do the same thing from here. Here, you're more likely to be contested, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because this is some decent high ground when the game starts. And you want to deny that from the enemy team. You could also go for a full flank, which I don't fully agree with on Iron Fist, but the option is there. Down here, not terrible as long as you time this option correctly to where nobody sees you, and then you show up and you start attacking from behind right when they are pushing forward. Okay? So, yeah, you don't want to approach head on, and then that will kind of fix a lot of those problems that you're feeling of like low downtime and things like that. So waiting here, you're literally just letting them set up, which is not good. A 44% win rate over 100 games. It's bad. Did the VOD review help? Yeah, the path is just so bad. Something else to keep in mind, this also really works with the Black Cat, is attacking from high up, right? So we mentioned you want to do like an off angle to the side or behind. Attacking from high up also matters, because if you look at this Punisher, right? He's very focused down here. A lot of the times, if you're up here and you're jumping, my cursor disappears if I go high. So preferably higher. A lot of times they just don't see you, and if they do see you, you're going to be pulling attention. Now they're looking up here, which means your dino can walk in up front because now the Punisher's not looking at them, right? So pulling attention in different ways is super valuable. Now remember why I hate giving other people support. They always suck. Yeah. I mean, that's why White Fox is pretty nice, because you can actually do things besides just pure heals. Okay, here we go. Great. Stay there, honestly. If you're going to pull attention, that's fine. All right, so again, we're just having a hard time getting in. You got to get creative. If this is a no-go area, then don't go there and just go run and go, you know, fight here. Jump over, fight here, use your escape route to get down to here, like get a health pack, bounce out, get up, right? Go all the way around to the side. Attack from here. You could even attack from here and then escape back up to here, right? But chilling and like, you gotta try to do something. Yo, what's up, Churro? That's unfortunate. Whenever you're going to use the kick, or rather, whenever you're attacking a support, you got to remember that they have defensive cooldowns and like movement cooldowns. So Invis has her push and she has her jump. Cloak has her fade. Luna has her freeze. So you will need to plan ahead and be like, okay. And you need to adjust your plan for each character individually, right? So for Luna, you're going to jump in and you're going to try to play the rock, paper, scissors of like, I think you're going to freeze about here. And then you block for the freeze, right? Then you can use the kick and be fine. For a Cloak, you're like, I don't really need to block. They're not going to do much damage. Maybe block the blind, but I could be wrong, though. I think the blind still goes through as far as the effect. But it's really not that important. But you do have to prepare for the fade. And then you use the kick after the fade to catch back up with them and then still kill them because now they don't have fade, right? So it's kind of like that. You want to tailor it specifically to each one. Gambit's one of the harder ones because he has 2 dashes. So you kind of have to like chase him down. Then he uses a dash. Then you either kick or use your block punch if you've already done that and like, you know, punch the air after him. And then whichever one you didn't use after the second dash, you use the other one. So plan ahead. That can help you not waste as much time. Another thing as well, like you can do that to tanks. So for Penny, one of the things is you want to wait until you think she's gonna stun you. Then you block, then you do that. But at the same time, you can just block right away and then melt her, so. Okay, Autism, I feel like you have a similar problem to Jake. Well, not this. Never mind. But you guys just play so many characters, it's crazy.
Judge, jury.
Yeah, you could be getting value here. Yeah, that's not good. If you're gonna attack this, you can't go in with the block already. You got to use the block after. Because think about the block, you can basically, if Punisher's shooting your block, they're not shooting other things for that full second of your block, which is, 1/10 of their ult. That's not nothing. Yeah, you're just gonna get melted. And then once again, we're attacking from the same angle, right? Like directly up front attack, no good. Above, to the side, behind, all of those things, combine them, right? To the side, above, and slightly behind, like that's perfect. That's where Iron Fist wants to be.
They've almost got it. Here comes trouble.
I could use this.
So I do want to say, like, now that we've talked about going from the side, let's say you chose to attack from here, right? And you've been staging, you've been sitting here waiting. What you want to do is you want to stage, right? So get here and observe. You look at the enemy team. Okay, these people are here. This person's here. This person's here. And then don't just jump in. Now look at where your team is, right? Not a good time, not a good time. Okay, now's a good time. These people are moving forward. My team is engaged with the dino. Now I can go in and see, now there's an opportunity, right? Maybe use your kick up here, start attacking this, jump above his head, he can't see you, stuff like that. Something you also can do as a penny is you can jump into the nest and then start blocking once you're in the nest. Invest in Iron Man stocks. I was watching some of your Iron Man gameplay. I'm excited for that next. Also, I like the tech. You're trying to be in the air while you're ulting and doing things. It's just not worth it. So let's look at the timing of this ult. One of the most important things that we talked about already is this idea of like the flow of the game and the momentum, right? So right now it's pretty even. They've lost the tank, you've lost the DPS, but they have control of the point and positional advantage. Now you've lost a support and a DPS. They've lost a tank and a support. So they still have slight advantage. Now you've lost another DPS. So now this is most likely a losing fight. It's very rare. The only time I would actually say you could ult here is if you know you have enough time to stall and somebody's already portaling. So, not a great ult here. You can just save it for the next one. I always forget. What does ICL mean? What does ICL stand for? Good lord. Alright. Iron Man into Spidey's actually unplayable? Yeah, it is. That's brutal. Oh, we haven't talked about that in a while. One of the best parts about Iron Fist is how crazy his movement can be. If you're always wall running, you're always attacking from different angles. What that does is that stretches the map for the enemy team, right? Since you've been attacking from the front the whole time, they don't have to think about the other map. If they're chilling here and then all of a sudden there's an Iron Fist running on the wall above them, now their brain is split between there's an Iron Fist up there and there's people up front. So try to stretch the map. Let's see. Hopefully we do that a little bit here.
Time to heal.
This is just not understanding the map more.
It's spider time!
Yeah.
Looks like the mission area is
I don't mind that you play your life. We just have to change your approach to where you get a better shot before your team is already dead.
mission area. Help! So cold.
No, go up. Go up.
Spiders?
Tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow.
A shield?
And I need to watch the,
Time to
isn't there a tech you can do with the throw? I need to watch that. Yeah, so look at your approach angle again. Like, look at the distance here. The distance, we'll just look at the raw pictures. As weird as this is, I think this actually does do a thing, right? Here we have you, we have them, and the distance is like really far. Versus if you actually just came up here, look at the distance now, right? The distance from here to there, that's quite a bit shorter. There to there, not bad. So try to lower that distance as much as you possibly can. There you go. All right.
I can
Enough.
use this.
Oh, this is a perfect. No. Right here. I know this is a farther distance, but at the same time, you're also approaching from up and to the side, right? That's what I really value.
Control lost.
Okay, it's go time, so you might as well. Hey, Jeff just kills a ton. Right, don't chase him. Good. Nice job.
Control seized.
Hitting rank 1 and rank 2 Dino with like a 90% win rate. Good lord. That's crazy.
Judge, jury,
Don't go in. Don't go in. Okay, now go in. I think you can. Well, probably not. Never mind. You don't have enough health. You're fine. Take it back. I'm thinking like a Hulk. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay. Target priority. Make sure you kill the people you can actually kill, right? You attack the people who you can actually kill. This is why we don't attack Dino. This is exactly why we don't attack Dino. Try to attack everything else. There's a Gambit here. There's a Bucky here. Go after them first. If you attack Dino before he has the supports gone, you'll just never kill him. Ever, 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 ever. We also did see a window, but I think that's our cloak. So, yeah. It literally is the Malga effect.
Has passed the halfway point.
Do you guys know if Mike's profile is private? Is that something we can watch? Good way to escape. Yeah, I wouldn't mind an ult here. Not quite yet, but coming up soon. Okay. Little early on the kick. Little early.
They've almost got it.
I think it's public? Okay, that'd be sick. I'd ult now.
You know what to do, Spider.
I'd ult now and just go in above. Your team's engaged. Yeah, there you go. Good. Little late, but that's fine. Okay, track down the Gambit. Now. Oh. Good.
Spider time!
Stay in. Stay in.
Keep fighting and
Oh. Okay, good. Ignore the Dino. Yes. Cloak. Cloak. So part of your target priority is also picking the people you're most likely to actually kill. And part of that is like, okay, there's two supports. I'm more likely to kill a support than I am a tank. But which one's easier to kill, right? Gambit has 2 dashes. Cloak only has the 1 fade. So Cloak is going to be the easier target. Bucky's going to try to stop you, but try to ignore him as best as you can. Now we switch from the Cloak to the Gambit, so we split up our damage, which means it's less effective. So stick to the same one as much as you can. It takes some getting used to. The more you do that, and you're like, I'm sticking with this Gambit. The more you do that, the more you see like common patterns. Gambits will, a lot of the times, they'll like jump up and then they'll spin up to here. Like that's a common habit that Gambits do. And the more you stick to one, the easier it'll be to see the common habits and to keep tracking them down. Even though they get better at like evading you.
mission area. Keep going. We did it, Spider.
Oh, hello. Yeah. Whoever blocks first and the Iron Fist 1v1 loses. So just get out. Get to the Okay, stay in the cloak hole and just try to get some damage. Okay, pick one. Almost. Not terrible. So whenever there's an enemy support ult going on, avoid the support ult area if you can and find the person who's not in it. What that's going to do is either you get the kill on them, right? That'd be best case scenario. Or more likely is they're going to use their movement ability to go into the support ult. But the support ults are always where the tanks are. And so they've used a movement ability. And now they're down one and have to be where the tanks are, which is super valuable for your team. And it's not like you're going to kill the people who are in the support ult anyway. So that helps so much. I think if you try to kick early to force the block, you win blue most of the times. Interesting. I'd try that out. No, don't go in. Okay. You gotta wait till the last possible seconds. Wait till the last possible second here, because it's in overtime, right? So wait until overtime is down to, like, I don't know, here, I guess. Try to get it as long as you can to give your team as much time as possible, because you can only stall for so long.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Decent job of trying to stall. It just wasn't enough time. Your team didn't portal anyway, so it didn't matter. But, yeah. So, change your angle of approach. Change your angle of approach to stretch the map for your team. Find creative ways to get in, and then capitalize on picking the correct targets. So, anyway, that's it for this VOD review. Thank you so much for the nice, kind words. I hope you're enjoying the content as well. So, take care. God bless. Catch you guys next time. Bye. All right. That was a plat. That Iron Fist. What did I say? Approach angles? Okay, it's alchemaxing time. Iron Man time. Let's see it. Assume you're the only Iron Man in the game. Be pretty shocked if you were not. Sure, we'll do that one. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We have another VOD review. This is GM2 Iron Man. It's a maximum aura debt. Okay, so boom. What a better way to challenge yourself than to play Iron Monster in Season 8. I'd like to think I can pilot him well enough to be useful in GM lobbies. This game, I feel like I played fine. A couple ults I traded with the support, which to me is a win, even getting a kill with it. I'm not sure if my target priority is correct, and I think a few times I overextend and get punished for it. Deep down, I understand I'm handicapping myself by playing the Iron Monsoon, but I can't tell if that's the reason I lose games like these. Midway through the match, I start just focusing on DVD and Thor down, since trying to kill a Loki Clagger backline on Iron Manatee is painful. TLDR, is my target priority correct, and what can I do to win close games on Iron Management? Classic. Okay, so in general, I'd say to not focus down Devil Dino. He is like he's probably the best character in the game that's ever been in the game to survive being focused down by 6 people. So we'll start there. Let's see. Have I watched this one with him and we had a discussion about when trades are good when they will leave your team without enough pressure? Oh, okay. Gotcha. One of the big things I do like that. I like that you just immediately launch the missiles and get rid of the shield. That is really important in a Dino mirror match, right? Dino Dittos, I guess, because then your Dino gets the healing and they don't. So I don't mind this at all. It does suck. We just randomly get headshot. Happens.
Everybody ready?
Season 0, Jeff was probably equally immortal. True.
Powering up.
I think Iron Man is pretty good into the Devil Dino. Missiles destroy shield and his powered right click. Look, he shreds him. I agree. I think he can be alright. I think he also just has weaknesses that you have to account for. I love that we're clearing high ground. Get out. Good. Oh. Uh-oh. Yep, you gotta deal with him. Good. And you pushed him out? No, he's gone. Fantastic.
Powering up.
Nice. Okay. Careful. Uh-oh. Now they have iron. I love this. You're playing great so far. I don't mind this. I would prefer if you could have a little more access to the backline and put some more pressure, but I don't think you've really had too many opportunities for it. And now that you finally do, you're captivating on it immediately. Your team is getting absolutely diffed up front. Now it's Dire get out. Honestly, here I'd try to get out. I've probably played more Iron Man than I have. Then you might know that you can or can't, but now you definitely can't. So
I'm gonna find whoever put me out last
yeah, they actually hit it. It's crazy, right? I think it's hilarious to use Iron Man's missiles when you're point blank with somebody and it just randomly kills them. I find that so funny. Nice. So this is an example of of target priority. You know, I say target priority, you pick the best target that's available. Nothing else is available, right? So here's a Dino. He's already at half health. The whole team is shooting at him. Sure, there's no better targets. Just burn him down. If you notice that his health isn't going down, then there should be a better target. Fine. I also kind of like Iron Man against Loki. What's the idea with the ult here? Like this. I don't like that. I mean, you get the kill, which is nice, but I prefer to wait a little bit. It was also a little risky because I don't think we paid attention to if Dino has a shield, which it clearly does. So this Dino is better. Yeah. I think this is easily counterable. Really got to pay attention to what counters you on Iron Man. Nice.
I never believed Loki's actually down. Is he actually down? Powering up.
This makes me really uncomfortable. This, yeah, you're overextending already. You can, even this I'm a little bit wary of because both of these characters have a movement ability that can get back really quickly. So I would prefer to be at the farthest out would be here. And then now that they turned around, it's like, all right, we're done here. Let's back out and get to my nice, safe, comfy corner. I think I start tracking shields better throughout the game. Nice. You're so dead here. And runes. Good, good. All right. Fair enough. You make it back. Careful about overextending. I do believe you are punishable. Take local. Here I'm just trying to get some ult charge. Okay. This is something that is Iron Man specific, so I don't fully know the answer. So right now they have a cloak ult, right? Loki copied cloak. The cloak ult is going on. So you're not going to get a kill. You're just not. Whatever is the best option for you to gain ult charge here is what you should be doing. You're not a high mobile character. You're not a dive character. You can't jump way over here and start attacking people who are out of the ult, right? You're not a headshot character. You can't just kill somebody in the ult. Unless we see this cloak. But even then, it's just the replay viewer not showing the thing. Because it's still here. They're not going to die. So, my gut instinct would be that your primary fire would get you more ult charge since there's people grouped up. I could be wrong about that. But if that's the case, yeah, you got to be spamming left click here. There you go. Way to get out. Stay low here. Hang on. That's unfortunate. So what could we have done here to die? To not die, rather. I like that we back out. I think we're not paying full respect to our health bar. There's also, you know, a health pack here. So if you can be independent, it's a good idea to be independent. You're not a tank, so you don't need to be feeding your support's ult charge, especially because you have a Dino on the team. Also, some support characters really love looking at the floor. Loki, Cloak and Dagger, White Fox. I think that's it. Maybe Rocket. Maybe, if they're really bad. But those three characters, they really like looking at the floor. So if you're playing Iron Man, you kind of have to play around that and just be like, okay, if I want healing, I need to get really low because they like to bounce their shots. So I think if you stay lower to the ground here or just get your health pack, you probably live here.
I'm gonna find whoever put me out last time.
Flagger, which is playing against the Hawkeye. Yeah, it happens. Reload? We're gonna reload? Oh, come on, man. There's no reason to not reload here. You gotta reload. There's nothing to shoot. Nice. Good kill. Okay, get out. Oh yeah, so along with that, a wall or a surface also. That's safer. All right, so they have Cloak ult coming up. So now we should be thinking, okay, I'm going to look out for Loki runes. I'm going to try to get those out early. I'm going to look out for Dino bubble. And once those are gone, we have a 10-second window to ult.
Never miss.
Yeah, just chill. They're not going to gain any meaningful space here. You're not going to deny anything. You lose 2. Unfortunate. You could do about that. Now, this is going to be risky. You guys just have to... Well, this is fine. Bunker down, I should say, not tunnel. I don't like this. Holy, I can't believe that worked. So that should not work. If you're going to flank on Iron Man for an ult, I understand that you don't have time here, so this is your only option to do it, which is why I just don't recommend it in this scenario. But Iron Man flies like basically silently. He's very, very quiet unless you use the shift. And then he sounds like a damn airplane, right? So luckily their cloak is absolutely terrible. Did she have fade or... Literally had fade. I can't believe that worked. All right, bro. If that works, go for it. Once it stops working, please adjust. Just get out. Unfortunate. Yeah, here you could poke a little bit, get some ult charge on your way out. Just don't die. I don't like this. This is a pretty long cooldown. You got what, 8 seconds? 10 seconds of the activation. Then another 10, 15? How long is this cooldown? Another 20. So that's 30 seconds that you're not going to have it. And for what? Like, you just didn't get any value out of that. I do like that we're trying to get ult charge. We're making the supports very uncomfortable. That's good target priority. And then our Bucky dies, but their Bucky dies. That's fine. Just gets an ult charge here. Yeah. So once again, ult charge. You're not going to kill anything with the beam, so you might as well just spam with the left click. You're at, 50%, so getting an ult soon would be really nice because they still have Loki ult. Yo, if his health bar is going down. Yeah. Here, you definitely got to recognize, like, Dino just exists to soak up that damage and be the ult battery. Come up here and do damage to these people. Over here this way would be fine as well. Use cover. Don't give in. Yeah. You do so much damage to the Dino, but it's junk damage, you know? Duh. Oh. Alright. Oh, he dead. Bro, where's that iron? Where's that Hawkeye going? What? What's that? Alright. Here I'd be backing up a little bit, ready for... No, they already cloak ulted, so you're fine. They have 50 seconds left. 50 seconds is probably not enough time to charge your Iron Man ult. So here we gotta be thinking, like, I'm only going to ult if I really, really, really have to. Because I'm not gonna be able to get another one for the last fight. Good way to get up and out. Under the cloak. Ult. Nice. Good. Bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Yeah, again. Bro, there's a 30-second cooldown. There's only 30 seconds left. And you already have your ult. There's no reason to do this. Oh. Okay, I see the read. It would have been sick, all right? It would have been sick if you ult him as he turns the corner and he just dies. Rushed it a little bit, though. I like the attempt. But yeah, you know. You know. Oh, that's... In my defense, the hitbox was wild. It would have been sick. Would have been sick. And just to really, really, you know, to really pour salt in the wound. It would be really nice to have an Iron Man ult, but all right. Now we know. That's really sad. You get stuck on a corpse? Huh?
2, 3. Down to 30 seconds.
Woo! Never miss.
It's on attack? Oh, okay.
We're almost there. Don't give up.
Bro, what? I don't know you could grab with your feet. Need to,
Get in there.
I mean, even though the hitbox is stupid, yes, it was also a really stupid ult. So, like, I can't get super mad about it. Okay, does anybody know if there's a way or a mod or something that you can see hitboxes? Because that would be really nice. I want to be able to turn on hitboxes. At least in the practice range or something. Like, good lord. Yeah, win conditions. Win conditions is super important. Like, that is one of the best ways. And it's great to think about this specifically on Iron Man because he has a win condition ult. I love this. I love this, dude. Nobody takes this portal except for me, I swear. This is so good. Dude, you push them back so far. Now both of their healers can't support up here. That is fantastic. I love this. Now just don't die. You already got so much value. Please chill here. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, he's gonna hit. Oh, you got the kill. All right, fair enough.
That put a spring in my step.
Yeah, DVD just be giving out ult charge for everybody. Oh, Hawkeye's won. Nice. I love this. Once again, put pressure on the back line as best as you can.
Almost there.
Okay. Now we've, again, like alternative value. You've forced the Hawkeye to burn his jump and stop looking at the front line for a while. That's a win for me. Okay, your DVD gets diffed. Happens. Let's slow down a bit. We do have our ult now. You got it pretty quickly, but so did their Loki. So now I'm still thinking I'm going to try to... Okay, there's bubble. Now we know there's no bubble. No opportunity, though. Okay. So now they're going to have bubble again. Tracking. I like the idea here. Good movement. Bucky just gets a headshot. It happens.
I'm back.
Shields up.
Powering up.
I feel like the Bucky versus Iron Man is very dependent on how close they are. If you're really close, I think Bucky wins. If you're really far away, I think Iron Man wins. So
Against the world.
that's what I would say. Okay, there's that. We already see the bubble. Got to kill anyway. I don't mind trying for it. I think that's fine. Something else is if you're also tracking like win conditions, if you know they have Loki and Cloak, then don't feel bad letting one of them go and then just getting the next one. So for that ult, I like the idea, but I think the better play there would probably be to just wait for the next Loki ult or Cloak or whatever. We know it's coming. Good. I like this. Love the pressure on the back line. There it is. Oh, get him, Mag. Come on, Mag. Let's go, dude. Ah. I almost never get that feeling in my games anymore. I swear. The Mags in my games always miss. Oh, okay.
Double KO. Vehicle reached a checkpoint.
Me and build different. I actually want to test something real quick. You might not already know this, so I apologize, but just for my own curiosity. I'm gonna set up a timer. Let's see.
I never had kids, but I did have the Avengers. Same thing. I don't think that's
Gone.
the welcoming committee.
Where is Senior Loki? All right, ready? I'm gonna look at my timer.
I never believe Loki's actually down.
Bro, that's
Is he
like
actually down?
2.5 seconds. Okay. Fun.
I hope Friday got that on video.
That's close. I think it might actually be faster to left click.
Double KO.
I
So
never believe Loki's
whenever
actually
you're
down.
fighting a Loki clone, I think it actually is faster to left click. I think by a little bit. Very small thing. But that's only if they're, you know, standing still and you can actually get the direct hits. Find I get blocked more than I miss with his ult. Right here, and that's where we're at.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the
We min max here? Yeah. Yeah. Gotta know it, you know? That's like where we're at. you know, GM Celestial, you gotta start min-maxing. Like, every little thing. Fastest way to get ult charge. How am I getting, you know, those extra 2 seconds on my movement getting back to point? Same thing. I think same thing with shields, right? So right here, we're just dumping all of our energy into Strange Shield. The faster way to break Strange Shield would be direct hits. Especially since he's holding it. Or the missiles. Missiles also good. For giant shield, works well. Okay, good. Nice. Yep, this is a beam for sure. Oh. I was really hoping to press W here, but my lizard is scared. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I love that. You were right. You should have pressed W because their Dino was dead. You guys had a big advantage. You should have pressed it. You should have been getting ult charge. Like, look at, nobody here has ults except for Star-Lord, right? So you guys should have pressed W. But we didn't. And so you didn't force the issue anyway. And you went with your team. So that's great. Right as I say that, though. Let's see. So do be careful. There's this situation that happens a lot where you end up playing like Ring Around the Rosie with your supports. So you go up here and then you go down here, and some supports will have a hard time like following you because they already moved over to help the people up here, and then now you're down. You can see that happens with Cloak. So whenever you're switching from like top left to bottom right, play a little bit slower if you can. And then like notice what that does to your supports. A common area that we see this in is that first point on the museum on defense. Like, I drew this yesterday, but I'll draw it again. So that map, first point museum, it's lined up just like this, right? There's a wall here. This is the door, and then there's another wall like here, right? And so if you're standing here, hang on, let's see. If you're standing here and then you move over to this side, your supports are here and they're trying to heal you, and then you move that way. They either have to go all the way around to heal you, or they have to step in front to heal you. And so, yeah. Whenever you reposition, just double check that. Yo, what's up, Pika? How's it going? Here, I think this is fine. Nice. Oh, you might be onto something with Iron Man. Oh, here it comes. Holy sh... What?
Maximum pulse.
What? Yo, this person 100% had Fade. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Sometimes what you can do on Iron Man, and this your mileage may vary with this, but you could start flying. What I mean, you could start using your shift and run directly towards them. Chase your shift down, and a lot of times you can actually go in here. So and like get the kill right on top of them. Mileage may vary, can get yourself killed, and then you won't have an opportunity. Also, where you ulted was, you know, literally directly in the middle of everything. But yeah. But I mean, you get the kill, so not terrible. Okay. Oh. What was this? Us against the world. I don't know. So I see you guys talking about the trades. When you're talking about trade, I think the trade was only a losing trade because it was the wrong cloak and dagger. So a little bit of an adjustment in the positioning, trying to get on top of the correct cloak and dagger, that would have been a huge swing, right? But it's tough to say mid-fight. I'm glad that you made the most of it. Tough. I don't. We found a bug. I don't know if it was because your body got pushed into like the Magneto bubble or something. There you go. I don't mind this. This is fine. Yeah. Left click. Now we know. Just kill the dino. Good. Oh, hello. I love this. Oh, hello. You're dead. See you, Loki. Excellent. Yeah, just burn the dino. Oh, he's so dead. Pressure on the back line. And some high ground. Little fast. Nice. Oh, okay. We're good. Ooh. Scary. Just so, I don't think this is really applicable to Iron Man, but nobody seems to know that you can actually get access to the backline through this wall here. Very, very useful. Yeah. Absolutely right to back up there. Your supports were really far back. I think you're doing fine. So far, I've loved this. Or just back into the tunnel. This is fine. Okay, now we know Magneto just used his ult for Star-Lord ult, right? So now they have a Cloak and Dagger and a Loki ult. And you're going to have to hit at least one of them. So the game might come down to you being able to hit the cloak. We got 50 seconds left. It'd be worth it to just lose this fight, honestly. Yeah, back up. I agree. Don't push too far forward. Be careful of junk damage here. You already have your ult. You don't think you're going to kill anything? Okay, with Iron Man, don't be afraid to trigger it early. But yeah. Yeah, what a Chad Thor. We can just watch this from his perspective. Like, absolute hero. Wow, what a hero. Don't be afraid to activate it early and try to get a read on like a middle hit. Like, if I saw this, I would have activated it immediately. Right here, I would have already activated it and then shot it here. Because, like, what do they have? If you activate it here, they're either going that way, or that way, which you can see all of them. Unfortunate. I think we activated slightly late. I'm pretty sure she fades out, but honestly, just good play by the Thor. Oh god, okay. Ult charge. Okay, Dino just dies. Yeah, okay, whenever runes come out, actually, that's something I should test. I believe, again, you can just shoot one of the clones that's standing still with your primary fire, and because of the area of effect, it'll break the runes around it. I want to say that's faster, but we should test that in the practice range. You get the kill anyway, which is great. That's just another one of those, like, min-maxing things we could do. Bro, you're at 77. Get some ult charge. Get some ult charge. Oh. What's the idea with moving forward here? I'm not sure why we're moving forward. I pressed the wrong button. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. Should I get back in time? Maybe? No, it's over. Yeah, I mean, if that's just the wrong button, press the right buttons. Like, there's not much more to say. Yeah, that's so unfortunate. And you're at 99%, so you would have had an ult, too. Oh, that's a terrible mistake. Dang. So, I mean, a couple micro things here and there, some micro optimizations. I actually don't think Iron Man's bad into Dino. I don't think you shot the Dino too much in like the wrong areas. I think you actually had pretty decent target priority. You did a great job of forcing their supports back in a couple of situations. I think we do overextend once or twice. Not terrible though. Not terrible. We do also want to watch out for the overdrive usage too early, and really I need you to start paying attention to the clock. Like, when that clock gets low, am I using my overdrive too early? Do I need it, like, you know, before the round ends? And then same thing with my ult. Is there enough time on the clock to charge another ult? But, yeah. Questioning Iron Man into Punisher. They didn't have a Punisher for the majority of that game. He came out at the very last second, I think. If I remember correctly. Because we didn't see a single Star-Lord, or Punisher ult. He was playing Star-Lord. So, I think we're alright. But yeah, watch out for win conditions, plan ahead, try to use that ult early a little bit. Like when the cloak ults, you don't necessarily have to wait for the fourth, you know, the last movement. If you see an opportunity earlier, don't be afraid to rip it. Maybe don't rip it right in front of Dino. That would be a really bad idea. But yeah, overall, not bad. Not bad. I mean, there you go. That's it for this VOD review, YouTube video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care. God bless. Catch you guys next time. Bye. Yes. Rev, I do think you handicap yourself. I think you're a great player, and then you play characters in funky situations. But you make it work. So, minimum respect. All right, so this was GM Iron. Have we done an Iron Man review? Is this our first Iron Man review? Surely I've done one before, right? I don't know. Should have. I think I've done one. Let's see. Yeah, I played some Star-Lord the other day, and it was like a whole new game. I could feel the power. Yeah, I mean, if you played like an S-tier character, like... Ay. Terrifying. Personally, I think it's a skill to know when to switch. Looking at you, Magic's in my game going 2-9 into the enemy. No, I agree with Jake. I don't think they forced you off of Iron Man at all. I think you did fine. I think there's definitely... The problem with Iron Man is he also just gets outclassed. Like, Iron Man's great when they have a Cloak and a Loki on the enemy team. They have a DVD. They have a Thing. But he's really tough when they play, you know, Magneto, Punisher, Phoenix, Hela, Luna. Like, what are you supposed to do in those situations? When they do Rocket, sometimes can be a problem. Just from the res. Okay, I'll be right back. Anya wants to go outside. Give me 1 second. Hello. Chris can't play a character above C tier because Eternity isn't ready for it. Oh, Lord. Really like Flyers, but they get weaker every character they release. Yeah, for sure. I tried playing... I think Storm's actually kind of decent right now. Kind of. Especially with, with a dino. Everybody's just grouped up. I've also been enjoying Ultron a lot. I keep saying that, but it's true. A momentum-based movement character to just slide around. Yeah, you need to play Doom Eternal. You really need to play Doom Eternal. Or that sounds awful, Pika. All right. Well, we need a name for that. I'm gonna put min-max. Min-maxing. Sure. Your man. Let's see what's next. I think that's all the VOD reviews we have on our server, and I got time for one more. So, which ones do you guys want to see? Jake sent me 3 Reddit ones. So we have a Plat 2 DPS. I think Star-Lord. We have a Quick Play / Bronze who says I'm desperate. And then we have a Diamond 3 something. Strategist? Diamond's 3 strategist. What do you guys want to see? Do the bronze? Oh, bro, Doom Eternal costs $40. Oh. Well, put it on your wish list. See when it goes on sale. I still don't get why so many flying characters have to be incapable of turning it off. It's so jarring not being allowed to touch the ground at all. That is interesting. I never even thought about that. The Diamond is playing support. Let's see. They have triple support? What is this? Oh, they're on Loki and Gambit. We could do Loki, Gambit, or the other one. Let's see. What's this bronze one? How long is this bronze game, though? Bronze games can go a long time. Oh Lord! Please tell me this is a quick match game. What is? Oh, they play Rogue. My usual mains are Invis, Cloak and Dagger, Rogue, Magneto, and Emma. Oh, interesting. All right, we'll try to help out a bronze player. They said they've been in bronze since launch. Oh Lord. Oh, this is a quick play, but it's bronze, so boy. This is a legit bronze game. Nobody has their name plotted out. Also, are these bots? No. What is this? Can't hide names. Oh, you're right. There we go. Can we stock their profile for a comp game? Yeah, we could try that. Competitive. Here we go. They were SVP on this one. Lost. Let's see. There's a Cloak and Dagger game. Cloak and Jeff. Cloak and Jeff. It looks like they mostly play Cloak. So we should probably do a Cloak. Oh, they play Scarlet Witch. All right. We'll do a Cloak game, I guess. C&D to which pipeline? Yeah, Lord C&D might even be animated. No, I don't think so. Oh boy. Let's see what we got. Here. Okay. Let's see if we can help out a bronze. This has 117 comments? Oh. I don't know. Maybe they learn better with the video. Maybe we shouldn't do this one then, because, like, holy. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're not going to do this one. Because, like, they've already had so much help. Okay. What about the other ones you sent? Did they have... They have a lot of comments? This one has no comments and this one has no. Alright, we'll do one of these two. Look at this one. We have a Star-Lord with a lot of kills. Or we have the Loki Gambit. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see Star-Lord or Loki Gambit? Post became Juke Dogs. Oh, Lord. Star-Lord, Loki, Gambit. We have one vote for each. Gambit, okay. We have two for Loki, Gambit, one for Star-Lord. Here we go. And that's 3 for the support game. All right. Support game it is.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Oh boy. Oh, I see. I see. But that's 3. All right, hello everybody. We have another VOD review. Today, this is a Diamond 3 support game. And they say, I was flamed to take 0 death in this game as a strategist, and my teammates just deal rolling 2 Squirrel Girls damage. While Gambit is open, I identified Loki Gambit as the best strat duo, and my White Fox refused to flex. What shall I do to save this game? Reviewing the VOD, this game could at most manageable be 2-1 ideally. The major mistake was likely in failing to save Gambit and failing to save Rocket, but probably not a winning game. So let's check it out. First of all, I understand that support duos are really important. At the same time, you can only control your character. right? There's no magical set of buttons that you can press on your keyboard that will take your other teammate and make them play a character that you want them to play in a specific way. So, with that being said, I wouldn't worry about it and just focus on you and what you can do to win the game. So,
Why would anyone
anything other than that is just going to be wasted effort and wasted time on your
You
end.
have to stop them from securing the mission area.
chaos? Didn't run from the altar. Sure as hell not gonna run from the fire. Invigorating, no.
So one of the best parts about Loki is you can do a lot of damage and support. Also, you have one of the longest ults to charge in the game. So I'd prefer if instead of just preemptively healing, you set yourself up in a position where you can do both. A little bit of damage and a little bit of healing. Really get that ult charge going. We already dropped from high ground, which I don't like. I'd prefer if you stay on high ground. Yeah, we're just missing out on stuff. So whenever we're shooting, especially on triple support, the problem, one of the weaknesses of triple support is there's less ult charge because you're splitting it instead of the healing numbers between 2 supports, you're splitting it between 3 supports, right? So because of that, you have to make up that numbers some other way. So if you were here, right, you could be doing damage whenever nobody's in danger, which is really what you want to do. Especially because you have 2 other main supports, right? You have Luna and Gambit. So we're missing out on damage here. This is really not a good use of runes. Runes should be your last dish like escape because it's a 30-second cooldown and it's also one of the most powerful cooldowns. This is a mini ult. Think of it like a mini ult. If you're gonna die, if a tank is gonna die, if they have an ult going off, thing like, you know, thing ult on the enemy team, that's what you want to use runes for. Just a read, like tickling your back for a couple seconds, is not worth a rune. If anything, you can just panic TP away or panic invisible or something like that.
Time to vanish.
And then all the time that we've spent like panicking, what happens? Our Magneto, once again, like if we're on high ground, the read doesn't even have access to us. We're not taking any damage. Because, like, I mean, they don't really have anything long range that's going to mess you up. Maybe Squirrel Girl, but probably not. And even if she does, you know, you can back up to here. Then we still have access to healing our mag, right? So bad positioning so far. We haven't been using our cooldowns correctly because of our bad positioning. And now we're down a tank.
Healing for my friends.
Yeah.
I have many faces. I'm gone.
Mind this. I don't mind that. I think that's a fine use of it. It's the only way you're getting through there. Okay, now... Yeah, might as well.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
I have many faces.
We check if a clone actually got placed? Sure. Yes, it did.
Yup. Your god is... I outnumber you.
Okay, I'm getting a large amount of panic. It's like anytime you take any damage, you're just immediately like, I'm gonna use as many abilities as possible. But like, the better thing to do is assess where I'm taking damage from, and then use an ability or adjust your positioning accordingly, right? We took one random bit of Squirrel Girl damage, so just back up a little bit, and then, you know, press the X button or whatever you have it bound to that says, I need some healing. Then you work with your other supports. Once again, why do we use our runes here? If we look at the top, our dino is like not even close to dead. The Deadpool, maybe, but even then, like, you have 3 supports. Like, it's not really worth the rune usage. Oh, there's an invis there. Hello. All right, this I really don't like. So your healing priority when you are when you're a support player. What do I mean by healing priority? I mean who you heal first, second, third, and fourth, right? And number 1, you always heal your other support first. So here we know that Reed is attacking our Luna, and we need to work together here. So you just like leave her alone, and she gets screwed over. Like, work together, help each other. She can put a snowflake on you, you can help her. You also don't have to just stand right here, right? Let's see, if you had the cooldown, which you may not have. You didn't have the cooldown. But if you hadn't panicked earlier, you would still have runes. You would still have teleport, something like that, right? So you could throw up another clone here, and now you're still helping your Luna. You're shooting down. Maybe you guys kill this Mantis, and then Luna can go back to healing. Maybe if the Mantis doesn't die, your Luna gets slept. Now you can put another clone out and then throw a rune, right? Plenty of options. But we panicked early, and then we throw out our cooldowns, and then we just leave our Luna to die, which is really not what you want to do. Yeah, exactly what Churro said. What's up, Tacky? How's it going? I don't mind this. We're trying to get aggressive with our team. That would have been a decent rune, honestly. Don't mind this. It's time to get out. Go. Get out and be fine.
They've made it halfway. Stop them.
Invigorating, no? Your powers are mine!
So I like the idea here. I love Loki copying Gambit ult and doing this. The great idea. The only problem is you're so far away that by the time your team gets close enough to start doing damage, right here, you only have half of the effective remaining time. The other problem with this is this map actually flips. A lot of people don't understand that. So don't feel bad, but so the payload goes this way, right? Let me bring up my markers. Let me show you. So the payload is, well, the payload in purple, right? It goes under the stairs, and it comes this way, goes this way, and like that, right? So it does a full circle. While the payload is over here, underneath the bridge, right? So pretend the payload's over here. Your team, which is green, you have solid control of this, right? Solid control of all of this. This is all green team's area, okay? This is all green team. Red team has solid control over here and under the bridge. So this is under the bridge. This is all red team's area, right? Once the payload hits this set of stairs right here, now it flips. So now red team gets control over all of this, all of that, right? And then on top of the bridge right here, this is now all of red team stuff. And as well as all of this, this is all red team. And now green team has control of the bridge, the top part of the bridge. So it completely switches. So because we don't understand that, our whole team is attacking on an area that's not ours to take, right? Even if you get this area, it's worthless because the payload's already past it. So you guys use the ult to get in close here, but they don't even want this area. They're just going to fight here, and now your team is split up. So the better thing to do here would actually be to wait, come around this side, and then ult when your team is engaged here. So, too far back, our team is going the wrong way, and we don't get good use of it, unfortunately.
There's still a chance to stop them.
So yeah, not a great Gambit ult. Terrible runes right there.
Better stop that vehicle. They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
I am a true team
I don't mind that you're this far back. I don't mind this at all. I guess teleport's not that long of a cooldown.
We are undefeated.
Back up.
Better stop that vehicle.
Okay. You're so far back now. So the problem with being this far back is you don't see any of the opportunities to do damage. Okay? Now, maybe you're thinking, like, I'm a support. I'm not supposed to do damage. I'm supposed to heal. But that's not necessarily true. Supports are called supports and not healers because they have alternative value. Loki can throw a clone on the backline and do a lot of pressure and damage, you know, pretty decently far away, but he still needs to have line of sight to the backline and actually do some stuff, right? So at the same time, you're also playing triple support, right? And so one of the weaknesses we talked about where you get less ult charge, at the same time, you also have less damage output, right? And they have Squirrel Girl, they have things, so they have a lot of damage up front. So you need to make up for some of that weakness. And by playing this far back, you're not able to do that. You're very safe, but at the same time, you can't really help your team get value. So you got to play a little bit closer up. Use your abilities a little bit better. Oh, don't. Please help your teammate. Please help your teammate. Please help your teammate. The other thing with this, we talk about this for supports a lot. Which is the second you're pressured, you shouldn't default to just S key run away, right? So let me bring up my markers again. So you were here, and then you went to here, and now you're all the way back here, right? What does that do to your front line? You just completely abandoned him. So instead of just default run away, what I want you to get in your head is I need to go to safety, right? Safety is not necessarily run away. Now, why do I say that? Is because what is the goal of a diver, right? So this Reed is currently diving the backline, right? His goal is not to kill a support. Believe it or not, that's not what a diver is supposed to do. Whether it's BP, Captain America, Venom, Black Cat, Reed, Thor, anybody who's diving, a diving Magneto, his goal is not to kill a support. Their goal is to get the supports to stop healing the front line. If this person stops getting healed, then this is now a 1, 2, 3, 4v1. And then they win this fight. This person dies. The diver, who doesn't get the kill here, just gets out, regroups with the team. And now this is a 6 versus 5, right? These people only have 6. Good Lord, my writing's terrible. These people have 6, and green team now has 5. And then they group up, and they walk over, and they do the numbers advantage, and that's it. So killing a support is a method of achieving that goal, right? So if you die, then it's still 6v5, and it's even better, right? So you're going to get exploited by trying to stay alive and just S-keying. So where is safety? Let's go back and let's actually take a look at it. Go back to here. So safety is usually safety in numbers, and it's also controlling line of sight. Okay, so right here, you're with your Gambit. You have line of sight to your teammates, so you can still help them. And the enemy team does not have line of sight to you. So here, you're fine. Here, you're fine. You're still fine. Now the enemy has line of sight to you, but it's just one Mantis. So safety in numbers. Here, you could actually walk forward. You could walk forward. You and the Gambit just take care of the Mantis real quick. Keep an eye out here and realize like this is not much of a threat. Okay, now the thing is pushing forward. We still have a numbers advantage here, right? Safety in numbers. Stick with your team. Stick with your team. We're still fighting. There's no reason to back up here. Still could have been right here this whole time. We're a little far back. Okay, now Reed is in our face, okay? Reed is in our face. So here, this is a situation where you don't want to be directly on top of each other, right? Because then Reed gets to hit everybody at once, just like this. See, he gets damage on both of you. So if you stay here, and actually just back up very slightly. Now I've cut off line of sight to the enemy team, but I can still help my supports. And then over here, our Magneto is already dead because we weren't able to help him earlier. So we can either choose to help our 2 supports, which if they patty cake, they can survive this easily, or we can help our Bucky, right? This gives us so many more options than being all the way back here, right? Now we don't have an option to help our supports, really, because the White Fox is so far away we won't be able to help them. The Gambit is not in our line of sight, right? If we're here. Technically a tiny bit, but he's going to back up out of our line of sight. And then the Bucky, we've just completely abandoned. So keep all that stuff in mind. Don't just S-key. Try to find safety. Cut off line of sight from the enemies. Yeah. Cut off line of sight from the enemy team. And then keep line of sight to your team and stay in a close effective range as much as possible. That's the idea. Oh, that's such a bad rune. We already talked about rune, but like that's going to be a continuing theme. Is anytime you use rune, it needs to be a huge threat because it's a 30-second cooldown. I feel like you wanted to rune there as well. Hey, we have a support ult. This is a great opportunity to get some damage, right? We have a support ult going on and they're getting aggressive, so just start getting damage. Go kill the Squirrel Girl. There's also a Reed right here you can be pushing off. You don't need to heal the people up front. Get some damage now. You're just so far back. There's definitely time to wait. You gotta wait there. Your team just like doesn't take advantage of it. They literally can't. Now by the time they're all back together, your Deadpool's already dead. And the ult's already gone. It's so unfortunate. You're just in this like constant state of panic. Let's see this rune usage. Not the worst rune, but still not great. Also, look what's coming up. They have Thing ult. So that rune could cost you. It'd be really nice to have rune here, but even look at that. Look at that. Like proper threat assessment. Look how much you can do by having 2 clones out, right? You even have 1. Look how much you can heal. So you understanding what you can heal through and what you can't is so important on Loki. And then you only use the runes for things that you definitely can't heal through. Not a terrible rune, but again, you have triple support. The better thing to do would have been to set up prematurely here, or not premature, but set up before the fight started over here, right? Then you have better access to, and you know, all your clones to actually be able to help your Magneto. By the time you use the runes, Magneto was already full health because he used his bubble. He still has his curtain, and he has 2 other supports that fully heal him up. Right? You're just so far back that you can't tell. And now we don't have rune for this in case we need it, which, again, Reed, like, you really don't need rune for his ult. It's just not a very powerful ult. And with Squirrel Girl ult. Alright, let's go back. Let's talk about that healing priority. And let me open up my notepad. Give me a second. Because we talked about it very briefly. Okay, just keep this in mind. This helps you so much, I promise. So, I apologize for the second it takes me to set it up. But here we go. Healing priority. Number 1, other support. If your other support dies, you lose the fight. Guaranteed. So, the way this is set up is, think about it like this. Let's say it's a 6v6, and then they lose a DPS and you lose a support, right? So now it's a 5v5. So the numbers are equal, but losing a support, you're more likely to lose the fight than losing a DPS, right? So they have a huge advantage even though it's 5v5. So number 1 priority, other support. Number 2 is a DPS or a crit tank. And I mean crit. I don't mean half health. I mean crit, okay? So if your tank is not crit, then you do the DPS, right? So the way this works is like, okay, my other support is fine. They're full health. They're not being dove. Let me go to the next one. My DPS, right? My DPS is fine. So now my DPS is fine. So now I just heal a tank, okay? So at any point, one of these things can pop up, right? My tank is now half health. I'm still healing my DPS. My tank is now crit. Now it doesn't matter if my DPS is crit because the tank takes priority if they're crit, okay? Because if you lose a tank and the enemy team loses a DPS, you're still more likely to lose the fight, even though it's 5v5, because a tank life is worth more than a DPS in terms of the actual, like, winning a fight, okay? The other thing is, when I say a crit tank and I don't say a half health tank, the reason is because, and we saw this a couple seconds ago, when the tank is low, right here, right? The tank is like kind of out of position and they're low health. They took, 450 damage there. They got a kill and they still have more health and they still have bubble and they still have curtain. So tanks, they have a lot of stuff to deal with a lot of damage. That's what makes them tanks. So once they're crit and you need to bail them out, then they jump up in priority, okay? But nothing ever jumps up in priority above another support unless very rare circumstances. Like say you have a Punisher ulting, right? And they don't have a support ult. So like keep the Punisher up, let your Magneto die, and the Punisher can kill everything. Very rare situation. But in general, memorize your healing priority. This will help you so much. I promise you. All right. With that being said, I will now minimize that. And let's jump ahead. We saw this. Not a great use of runes. We're still super far back. Oh, yeah, there's no reason to move here. Like, you're still almost at full health, and Thing isn't looking at you at all. One of the things that you have to understand is, like, this game, the time to kill is actually pretty high. There's very few characters that show up and delete your character. Like, if you're playing against a BP, like, I guess a damage-boosted Widow, but even in that case, like, that's not really a one-shot anymore. Because the Mantis changes. Black Cat can actually show up and delete people. Venom, if he has his ult and like hits everything perfectly, kind of can, but even then there's time to react. So don't panic. Just sit here and do your damage. Pay attention to your health. If you don't panic here, you keep your Gambit alive. But you panic, now your Gambit's dead. The next thing is when you're doing damage, yeah, you just panic. Like, your Magneto is here to help you. And Reed is a very slow time to kill. He's gonna whittle you down. Your Magneto gives you a bubble. You can still move. Oh, why are we... The threat is gone! You're so scared. It's okay.
Your powers are mine.
I know you're trying to, like, ult, but it would have been better to copy the White Fox because that's there, and then you're still in the fight. Yeah.
Only 60 seconds. That's the world.
Not a terrible runes. I like that one. It was in response to a big threat, right? Thingle. Look at all he has to do. If he, this person knows if they tickle the Loki for half a second, the Loki will stop healing completely, right? And then we can just kill the White Fox and kill everybody else on point because they're no longer being healed. By the time you get back, everybody on your team is already dead.
The current score is
So much panic.
0-2.
All right, now we're on Gambit.
We are warriors, no matter what worlds we come from.
See? All right, so let's talk Bridge Boost, okay? So if you don't know, Bridge Boost is the ability you use here. You go into Healing Deck right here, and then you E again, right? So double E, that's called Bridge Boost. So why do I absolutely hate this? People don't realize because of the card system that you just used a 16-second cooldown. One card is 8 seconds. And so you had to go into Healing Deck, which is 1 card, and then you had to use the Bridge Boost, which is 2 cards. That's 16 seconds cooldown, right? That's a pretty long time. Also, you used it when your team is not engaged and they're at full health. So the value you got for the 16 seconds of ability that you used was basically nothing.
A little help, please.
It doesn't even reach your Invis, who's the only person who actually needs healing right now. So whenever you're playing this game or any game like this, you want to look at each of your abilities and ask yourself the question, how do I get the most value for pressing this button, for using this ability, right? Is it more value if I use Bridge Boost on 2 people who are full health or at like 75, or if I use it on a DPS and a support who are both critical, right? Obviously, the one that's critical, you're going to get more value for the same button presses. That's how I want to think about everything. This is too far.
We've got trouble.
Again, you're super far back. Now, because you're so far back, we've wasted a dash, which again, like all of Gambit's abilities are like this. They just have hidden cooldowns. Your dash is 10 seconds. So that's a pretty long cooldown. And what was the purpose of this dash? It's because you slowed down and stayed so far back up that you didn't walk with your team. And so now we're forced to use a cooldown to stick with our team. Now we use another Bridge Boost. So there's another 16 seconds. When all we could have done was healed. Now we have a reason, right? Now we have a half-dead DPS and a half-dead support and a thing in their face. This would be a great Bridge Boost, but unfortunately, we've already Bridge Boosted one too many times, so we have to reload and wait for this card to come back to be able to Bridge Boost, and now we're in Invis dice. See? And there you go. So this is all... We've seen a common theme of like you panicking, standing too far back. This is actually great news because it shows you all you have to do is make these really slight adjustments, right? We're not panicking. We're getting value out of our cooldowns comparative to their length, how long they're gone, right? And we're standing closer. And then like those 3 changes, you're going to get so much more value. Things are going to be so much easier for you. The second thing, I just noticed that we are on 200 ping. Try your best to play on the server that's closest to you. Playing on 200 ping does make it like extremely difficult because you have to play this like read game. It's possible. I have a guy in my server who plays on 200 to 250 ping regularly, and he's in high celestial eternity all the time. So it's possible, but try your best not to. Not everybody can. I know how it goes. I had to play on high ping for most of my life as well. Another really bad Bridge Boost. I like that we use the bash for healing, but you don't want to do that unless it's an emergency situation. Right here, your Invis isn't likely to take damage, so just sit there and primary fire them, right? Like you're in a safe spot. But now we've used both of our dashes, and now that leaves us vulnerable to a dive. Luckily, there's nobody diving on the enemy team right now. Reed technically is the only one who kind of can, but you will get punished for stuff like that. Ah, yeah. Yeah, not good. Stop going in healing deck, please. So in case you don't know, when you choose a deck, right, you either choose healing deck or damage deck. Going into the deck does two things. One, it has a bonus effect. And two, you get to choose which of the other cards that you want to throw. You don't have to, but yeah. When you're in healing deck, this little icon will show up. And what that does is it activates Gambit's self-healing. That's it. It just activates your self-healing. You start healing yourself. When you're in damage deck, the little spade will show up here and it'll be purple. And then your cards that you throw, they do more damage. Okay? So that's a pretty common misconception. When you're in healing deck, you don't actually output more healing. You just activate your own self-healing and give yourself access to the cleanse and the bridge boost. So if you don't need it, don't be in healing deck. You're so far away. Yeah, and again, like, once we need it, we don't have him. By the time we get it, he's already dead.
I'll take this. Merci beaucoup. It's clobbering time!
This is tough.
A shield. Merci.
Ah, okay. I'll stop saying things. All right, that was a decent bridge boost. I think you got really lucky here because there's no reason to be in healing deck right here. But then Thing and Magneto end up taking a bunch of damage, and then the bridge boost actually works, which is like the first time. Granted, they walked forward when your team wasn't ready, and it ultimately didn't end up working, but that's not quite on you. Now we're in healing deck again for no reason. Now we're completely out of cooldowns. Yeah, you gotta activate this when your team's already engaged. By the time you start doing things, your ult's, you know, already down 3 seconds. Yeah, okay. Look at how much damage this actually does. Let me just show you this. Right, look at Bucky. Let's watch Bucky, okay? So this is what I mean when I'm talking about, like, what is actually a threat. Did you see how much damage it actually did? One hit of Reed, he went from 325 to 260. So what is that? 25, 40, that's 65 damage. That's not much damage at all. This is just not a threat to your team, right? It's not a threat to you. It's not a threat to your team. The problem is that's going to get out your cooldowns. It's going to get out Invis's cooldowns. And then Magneto's going to turn around and then the whole team is going to push him. Right? So it's not a direct threat, but it enables the other people to push in as well. And that's the problem. So then, now it comes to you and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. But it would have taken 2 more hits to do that, to actually kill you. Now, yeah, it was the right call to back up here anyway, because your Magneto's dead, the Bucky's dead, and everything. But still, you're just so panicked that you don't need to be. You'll also see this a lot. I'm assuming you're going to have this problem if you play against Venom or Captain America. And if you slow it down and you watch, they don't do much damage. Like, they really are tickle monsters. You have to deal with them in a very specific way. And now because we back up, we can't heal the Bucky. There, it's a bridge boost. You can also sit in your healing deck or in your damage deck. Like, say you pop the healing deck and you're about to bridge boost, but then you realize you don't need it. You don't have to throw out the bridge boost anyway. You can sit there in the card. You don't have to waste another card. There we have to use a spin and a dash just to get back to our team because of our position. Uh-oh. Oh, cleanse? Unfortunate. Now we have to portal. Please stand in front of your Strange. Stand in front of your Strange. I understand you're switching to Loki, but like somebody's got to stand in front.
The more the merrier. I'm everywhere.
There you go.
Final 10 seconds.
Go through. Go through. Go through. Okay, please. Oh, you scare me. I love this. This is much better.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Do some damage. Do some damage. You gotta rotate between damage and not here. You'd be so surprised how much pressure you could put if you hit this invis with 2 of your shots, right? Because you have 2 Loki clones. Like, she's gonna panic too. And that's gonna give your team so much value. More than just like healing people who are already full health.
Us against the world.
Whoa. That's unfortunate. All right. So, yeah, there's a lot of tips there. Know your healing priority. Play closer to your team. Know your healing priority. Play closer to your team. Don't panic. React to threats according to their actual threat level. Those are going to be the biggest 4 things that if you incorporate them, you'll feel so much less stressed. And it'll be so much easier to like, be like, okay, that's happening, but it's not a threat to me. So anyway, I hope this helps. Take care. God bless. Catch you guys next time. Bye. Ah, there we are. Very good. Very good. All right, so this was Diamond Loki. What should we call this one? Don't panic? I'm sure we've done Don't Panic before. Relax, Ash. There we go. That should work. All right. There we are. 3 VOD reviews. Another one down. Panic button? Oh, that's much better. I like that. Very good. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Sorry for the internet troubles. Unfortunate. We probably could have gotten another VOD review. But, yeah, I think I'm basically out of time for today. I need to check my battle pass real quick. Have I gotten any farther? Probably not. I still haven't decided if I'm actually going to buy this battle pass or not. Like, I probably wouldn't use this thing skin. Maybe every once in a while, but pretty rare. I'm definitely not going to use this. I might use this. This one I'd be okay with. That one's free. And then I'd probably use this rogue skin, but I don't play rogue too much. Would I really be getting my money's worth? I never play Magneto, and if I did, I wouldn't use the skin. I already got the Mantis one. I don't play Thor, and I probably wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use this Torch skin. I don't play Jeff, and I hate this character, but that is a good skin. I feel like that's not worth it. The only one that like I would actually use realistically is Rogue. But can you change the color? I'd love to change the color, but you can't. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for today. Tomorrow is, of course, Friday, so make sure in the Discord you vote for Friday rant topic. You can pick more than one if you don't want that. You can change the color? Oh, I want to see. Hang on. Rogue. Customize. Oh, you can. Maybe. I'll think about it. I usually buy them unless they're god-awful because they give you a $7 discount towards the next pass and gold credits and give a bunch of blue units. Yeah, the blue units are nice. So how much would I have after the battle pass then? I have, what, 1,400? I never said they were good. True. Let's see. 100. 200. 3, 4, 5, 6. 600? So I would have enough for the next battle pass. That might make it worth it then. Because part of why I don't want to buy it is because I'll be afraid if the next one is good. Right? So if it's 6, then I would have enough because they're 1,000. No? That is 1,000? Yeah, 990. Is it? Yeah, 600. Interesting. Maybe I will. Tough. What a decision. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be Friday rant topic, and then we will have Devil Dino open for VOD reviews as of tomorrow. Guess the rank open as of tomorrow as well. And yeah, should be good. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for the VOD reviews. Thanks for hearing my story about the Scorpion and the Black Widows, and sorry for my internet dying. So anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Take